And we're live.
This is what is this? This is officially episode 1 of the Casual Otaku Podcast.
Officially.
Yeah, we definitely haven't done 2 practice podcasts before this.
Definitely. It shouldn't even happen.
Nah, we did that shit. We did it.
But this is the one, though. This is the one.
I hope it's the one.
I think it's gonna be. Gotta be, positive. It's good to put positivity out there.
We were positive the first 2 times, and that shit did not work out.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe that's exactly how it went.
It was more of some difficulties,
on both of our ends, respectfully.
Yeah, it happens.
But it was mostly your fault. So
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why you're doing the audible side. Like that's gonna change my position.
Because I'm not understanding what is coming from.
It was coming from your end. What the fuck you want me to say?
How though?
You want me to say how right now?
I mean, you could.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it.
I'm unaware.
We know what happened.
Do we or just you? I think it's just you.
Yeah, we both know what happened.
Okay.
I mean, I assume we both know what happened.
I don't.
I don't remember. They had a little audible stuff on your end, but it's all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Right? Yeah, you're right. You're right there. Yeah, I get you that. Right.
All right. What are we talking about?
You have the topic, sir.
Oh yeah, we was gonna talk about My Hero first.
Yep.
Damn, is My Hero the greatest anime of all time or what?
People saying that?
Yeah.
Is that being said?
No,
that it's the greatest of all time? Yeah, I wouldn't say that bitch is the greatest of all time. I wouldn't say it's the greatest of this like new era anime, this new generation. I don't think it is. But
where do you draw the hard line between the old and the new era of animation?
I think the new shit is just like, I want to name drop all the ones that I consider new that I watch, but like the big ones, I guess you could say, is like Demon Slayer, My Hero, Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen and shit like that. Them like the new ones, the big ones that's new.
You know what's weird? I know exactly where to set that line.
Where?
Pre and post Attack on Titan.
I can see that. You're right.
I mean, that's why I personally set the line. I think
you're right, because like
My Hero, the anime, came out after Attack on Titan.
Yeah. And that's kind of like, is that kind of like when I started getting like back into anime? I would say so is when like Attack on Titan shit came out. Like, I watched it, but I was like, yeah, this shit good. But then when Attack on Titan shit came out, and I started getting into Attack on Titan, and then watching everything else, it's kind of like, okay. So yeah, you're right. That's probably where you can put the line in. But yeah, My Hero, it's alright for what it is. It's not.
It's alright.
It's not groundbreaking. It's not. What you
mean?
Amazing.
It's not Oh yeah, this is the topic that I originally want to talk about. How does My Hero fare as a superhero story?
A superhero story?
Yes.
I think if you strictly saying a superhero story, I think it's good. I think it's good for how they doing like the superhero shit. I like that.
You think it's one of the better ones?
What really is it up against with superhero shit?
I don't think it's Superman or Batman tier.
Like, but they don't really show those heroes like in animation format from a kid, like from growing up as a kid to what they at now. Like, okay, you had like Batman as Bruce Wayne, but they kind of like skip a lot of the shit in between.
Right.
So it's like, are we gonna ever get to the point where we see Midoriya grown? We actually see Midoriya as a grown up. Are we gonna get to that point?
Does it matter?
I think it does. That's like with One Piece. Are we ever gonna see Luffy get the One Piece?
Sure.
So I mean, it all depends. Like how much further they gonna go with My Hero. How they gonna?
Unlike something like a lot of these superhero, franchises and shit, they're constantly being rewritten. The characters were created since back in the 40s and shit.
Yeah. So like, But I think it's okay for what it is. For My Hero, like I'm not expecting to get a long history and be fully emotionally connected to these characters like I am with like some of these hero characters. So, but for what it is, it's good.
You don't fuck with the characters in My Hero?
Some of them I like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest right now. I know. Fuck, how do I phrase it? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck about half of Class 1A. I'm
You're
sorry.
Right. You are 100% right. That is a fact. That is a fact, my nigga.
I know. I get it. It's My Hero Academia. It's the whole class, but I couldn't even tell you the names of half the classmen, and I've been seeing them for years.
Bro, I hate the nigga that's controlled like animals and shit. Like,
why you hate him? I don't hate him. But
you don't even look like that. That's what your power should be.
What does that mean? Were you judging him because of what he looked?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
as a hero, yeah. As a fucking hero, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of some of the people in that class. I'm not a fan of that dude, the Sugar Rush dude.
I don't know. Like, the way they set it up at the beginning of My Hero, where it's like, hey, this is the prestigious UA high school.
Exactly.
You got to work your ass off to get in there.
And then the thing you see clearly with this season that's out right now, like some of the people in the B class, like I like some of their quirks. Yeah. like why what made them not be able to make it into the A class?
The mangaka didn't think about some of these powers or was saving them, for later.
Oh, okay. Because some of that shit
early on. I like old dude, the blonde dude who's constantly shitting on Class 1A.
Oh yeah,
what's his name?
I forgot his name, but he was making me laugh. I ain't gonna lie.
I fuck with his character so heavy, especially his quirk.
It kind of just fit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like the other dude that could mimic people's voice and control what they do and shit like that. Like,
yes,
his quirk just fit him. Like that looked like what your power would be. But out of all the classes, out of all the students in the A class, I think the one who I believe got the best story is Todoroki.
Yes.
I think his story is the best with his whole family and how Endeavor was to him and shit. I think that shit dope. That's probably the character I like the most.
If we keep it in a bug, he's just the main character, but delegated to the side, unfortunately.
Yeah, because his whole shit dope.
Don't get me wrong. I fuck with Midoriya. I like Midoriya origin story and shit.
Me too. I do. I like the whole mystique behind the quirk and shit and how it's manifesting in him and how he's supposed to be like the strongest user of the quirk. Like he gonna be the one that's the strongest out of everybody.
Yep.
So I like all that. And I think the reason, I guess, because he could be like the catalyst is he didn't have a quirk. So he gonna be able to fully kind of use all the different quirks. So I think
that was an interesting development.
Yeah. I like how they doing that. So like I said, it's not saying that like I don't like the characters in like all the characters in Class 1A. Like of course the ones that they get the most screen time, like Midoriya, fucking Todoroki, Bakugo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my god, I hate Bakugo, bro.
He's starting to get better. Like,
is he though?
Yeah, how he was like basically like told the class like, shit, I'm about to carry y'all, but when I'm lacking, y'all gonna have to like this team and shit. Like when I'm lacking, I trust that y'all gonna have my fucking back too. Like that was a big deal for him. I like seeing character development.
I'm not gonna give Bakugo props for doing the bare minimum. I'm sorry,
but it's a huge.
That's a given as a hero.
That's a big step from how he used to be. Think about what he used to be. He used to be like, man, fuck everybody else except the other two dudes. And even when he was when he would do shit with the other dudes, he was still like to just use them.
That was 3 months ago.
Yeah, but still, like,
you realize the anime has been coming out for years.
Yeah,
but they're still in their first year of UA.
Bro, look how long, like, how bits between we see Vegeta kind of revert back to his old ways a little bit, but he still develops. Like, You still see
I
changes.
fuck with Vegeta development more than Bakugo's.
Yeah, but Vegeta character just better though.
Yeah, because when I think about the basis of his character, what do you think when you think Vegeta?
I think Vegeta is a Saiyan through and through. From what they tell us what a Saiyan is.
And what does that mean?
He's very prideful. He's there for his race, and he loves to fucking fight. And since he's the prince, he acts that way. Like,
exactly.
I'm the fucking strongest.
That's what I wanted to get to. Why does he act like this? Because he was the prince of an entire race.
Yeah.
Why is Bakugo the way he is? Can somebody explain it?
Well,
why is Bakugo such a piece of shit?
What they showed is just he didn't always be like that. He wasn't always like that.
He kind of was always like that, though.
And then when he started, getting stronger and saying he could really be cool with Midoriya like that, he was like, fuck,
this nigga got so triggered at the idea of Midoriya getting power. This nigga got so triggered at the idea of him going to the same school as him. I'm sorry, I can't stand by it. Fuck Bakugo, bro. That was like 6 months ago, my nigga. I remember the canon. Get this dude the fuck out of here. Failed Vegeta knockoff.
You can't give him some credit for.
Oh yeah, I can give him some credit. There are some well-written. Before fucking My Hero dick riders get on my shit, I can give Bakugo some credit. Like, you remember in last season when he had to do the remedial classes for the provisional licenses?
It was like him, Todoroki, and yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a little scene that showed his development really well. Do you remember that scene?
Nah, you got to tell me a part of it. Something that I remember.
It was the one where, well, I already set up where it was, but there was this kid, he was a little standoffish. Everybody was having fun. And I don't remember exactly what the line was. Fuck, I can't remember what the line was at the top of my head, but I remember seeing that. I thought, that sounds like a very well-developed character right there. Like,
oh yeah, was it that they had to entertain the kids for a while or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And that line basically showed me, it's like, hey, you're kind of like Vegeta. You're still going to be you, like you and your personality, but you are changing a little bit. You're a little bit more self-aware than what the average person can give you credit for.
Right. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when they first showed Todoroki, I thought he was gonna be kind of like the person that was like super fucking standoffish and didn't want to be with nobody and did everything.
He was kind of standoffish.
He didn't got like, he's super aware of that shit. I got a team. They got strengths and weaknesses. I know how to kind of work around a team. I know what my strengths are to benefit the team. And he kind of seen that way early on. You know what I'm saying? Compared to fucking Bakugo. Like,
exactly. And this is why Todoroki is a better written character.
Yeah,
he has the backstory to back it up. If anything, Todoroki should be fuming. Should be angry like that.
Angry at the world because the Endeavor was wooden shit. Right? I think it was a terrible father.
Speaking of another character development, I like what they're doing there. That's risky as shit.
Yes. And I ain't gonna lie. I like that he's starting to get to the point where he's aware, hey, you was a fucking terrible father.
Exactly. Like, I love it. I love it when fictional characters are self-aware. Like, damn, I ain't shit.
Yeah. And the fact that when he tried to come back, the other son was like, man, nah, fuck this dude, bro. Y'all can sit here and try to eat with him like this shit didn't happen, but no, it did.
Exactly.
I like that shit. Cause it's like, it's more
realistic.
Relatable. Yeah, like I would say relatable because I didn't grow up like that. But it's like, like you said, it's realistic. Like,
is
you
sympathetic
can see
the right word?
Right. I can understand why you feel that way. Like,
yeah, especially when Papa Roki. I can see where it's coming from too. You know, he realizes he fucked up. He's trying to get back on the family's good side. And it's kind of showing that people
change.
Are nuanced.
Yeah. People change.
People can change over time.
People can grow. People can become better people. People can become worse.
However, we got to
respect. People don't stay the same. They're not linear.
We got to respect the feelings of anybody who was affected. That's the sort of realism coming into this fictional story. I like how they're not exactly making it easy. And, even Todoroki himself is like, hey, yo, I still have forgiven you.
Yeah. But he more open to the idea that he's trying than the other brother is.
Yeah, like, and the sister is trying to hold it together.
Yeah, he like, hey, I know what you did. It was fucked up. I still haven't fully forgiven you, but I see that, I see that, okay, he trying, because he trying to live up to being the number one hero and living up to what All Might left behind. And he trying to become a better father at the same time.
Exactly. And that's another reason why he's one of the better written characters in this series.
Exactly.
Because of that one scene, what does it mean to be number one?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
So like you said, man, my hero, he got his moments where it dropped gems. You know what I'm saying? He got his moments where it hit and it's like, okay. But in the new generation, the big three, I don't say big three, but like the new generation of anime.
Right.
I don't know where I would rank it at.
I should have came prepared with like a currently running Battle Shonen series list.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that on the next episode.
Speaking of my hero, I really liked the effect of the power vacuum of, All Might disappearing and All for One kind of dipping out. That was the trigger to season 4, where I feel like my favorite villain in the show got fucked over overhaul.
I did like Overhaul. I liked his quirk too.
Overhaul was just aesthetically the best villain.
They shouldn't have got rid of him that fast.
They gave my nigga a core 12 episodes. God damn it, man.
Yeah, they should. He could have lasted a little longer. I liked it, like you said, the power vacuum, but you had the villains, you had the crime syndicates, and then you had the heroes and shit. Like,
I just like how they introduced him in that season, where he just called out what's his name? Dude, the main villain.
I forgot.
Fuck. I'm really bad with names.
I forgot. The nigga with the hands and shit all over and shit.
Yes. Like I feel like it starts with an S.
I forgot. I
ain't
gonna
gonna have to cut it out. Of course, now there's gonna be niggas in the comments. Y'all are real fans. Why y'all shitting on my hero? Y'all can't even name a character for that bit.
You know how many fucking characters and how many different animes a nigga watch though?
And Japanese as well. Come on, you can't expect me to remember every single name, right?
Come on now, fuck.
Unless I really fuck with the series, then I'm gonna make the effort. Then I'm gonna make the effort to learn everybody's name.
Right. Yeah,
Shigaraki.
Yeah, because I'm looking at all these different characters. I'm like, fuck, I didn't realize there was so many characters.
I like Shigaraki too, because at first he was such a bitch, just like Deku.
Yeah.
And now I feel like even though they're following different paths, they're both developing as heroes and villains.
Yeah.
That nigga overall basically had to tell him, hey, yo, you had Stain on your side. Y'all ain't shit. What the fuck kind of operation? Well, he was kind of out of pocket when he said, come work under me.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of disrespectful.
So, you said the dude name was what?
Shigaraki, right?
Okay. So, was All for One grooming him to take his
Yes.
Part? Okay.
I think that's the case.
Okay. So, like, All Might was grooming Midoriya, and he was grooming Shigaraki. Okay.
The character relationships in the show are very well written.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I am here. Who's your favorite pro hero? Do you have one?
My favorite pro hero? Obviously, it's Best Genius.
I was gonna say that. I was like, I know your favorite hero is Best Genius.
Best Genius been dead for like 3 seasons now. That nigga got
Genius
fucked up in season 3, and we never saw him again. I'm convinced he's dead at this point.
Oh man, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know when they did the new number one hero. He wouldn't know. No,
they gave him a shout out. I think, is he still in the top 10? He might be.
Yeah, he got to be like number 3, don't he? Because when he in the top 5 before All Might retired,
I believe so. I think they explained like he's still in the top 10 based off like popularity and shit because he got injured.
Yeah.
I miss Best Genius, man.
How you feel about what's his name is
Hawks?
Yeah.
Another well-written character enters the fold. I fuck with what they're doing with Hawks.
Yeah, the whole double agent shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit dope. Because I didn't see that coming.
I feel like Hawk's gonna get fucked up, son.
Yeah, I think he's gonna die. But I think it's gonna be like a catalyst for people to start, for the heroes to kind of like.
You mean it's gonna be a foil for somebody's development?
Yeah, but it's like when you have a character who's gonna be a double agent like that in this type of anime, I feel like it's just knowing that he's not gonna make it. Like, he gonna die. But that's cool. That's fine.
Still a good character. I wasn't sure about Hawks, like when he first popped up.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna be a regular, like just working for the villains. I thought he was working for the villains, but that was it. Like I didn't think he was gonna be working for the villains because the heroes. Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
He is in an interesting position right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who I would pick as my favorite pro hero.
You would pick how the fuck I'm gonna know? I don't fucking know.
It's either Endeavor or Fat Gum. I don't know.
I was finna say Fat Gum as a joke.
What's wrong with Fat Gum, bro?
Fat Gum is like, when you're not fat no more, then what's the point? Like we seen it happen. You can one shot somebody, but what if they get up? I mean, they got up.
With Gang Orca, you ain't fucking with Gang Orca?
I've never. Well, we've seen him in action before, but I want to see him in the field. I want to see him pressed.
Mount Lady.
She's
the girl that can turn into a giant or whatever, get real big and shit.
A whole OnlyFans bitch with a suit. That's what she is, man. Right?
Basically, yeah.
Oh man,
I would say Endeavor. I like Endeavor.
Endeavor's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Endeavor. Fucking Providence Burst.
Providence Burn.
That shit was dope.
You see, he taught young Todoroki to Providence Burn.
Yeah,
a little abuse here and there, but he learned that bit.
I like Eraserhead too.
Oh my god, how could I forget about Eraser? His power is the most effective. If I'm going in the field with anybody, I want to go with him.
Bro, and then the fucking goggles and shit that he wore fit so perfectly. Yep. I thought that shit was dope as hell. Like, you can see out the bitches, but you can't see what his eyes looking at in the bitches, so you don't know. You don't know. I think that shit dope as hell. I like his shit, his quirk, and his character. I like of course All Might. I fucking like All Might. I ain't gonna lie.
Washed up.
Oh man,
you a old nigga.
You ain't fucking with
washed up
with President Mike.
President Mike,
the announcer dude. What do you mean?
Pass.
Oh man, they're not the characters I can think of, to be honest.
Oh man, who you see potentially in the new generation, man?
The new heroes?
Yeah, obviously. Besides, like,
when I tell you this, because we left them out. We'll talk about the people we like in the class. One of my favorite. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Please don't say
like
Mineta.
The most. But I like the most. Man. Don't judge me.
Okay.
Which I don't think I'm gonna get judged.
Oh no, you're going to get judged.
I like Tenya Ida.
Oh yeah, that's a safe choice.
Yeah, I really like Ida, bro. I like his quirk. I like the outfit and shit, uniform.
Ida's cool.
I'm glad he had his moment to shine when they was going against the other class.
Oh my god, yeah, he definitely had a moment to shine.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I'm gonna lock in my answer.
Okay.
As soon as he gets his quirk back, Lemillion.
Bruh, that nigga's a beast. Talk about knowing how to use your quirk, bruh.
And then using that bitch.
Bruh, when they showed him, when he first pulled up, and like, what that nigga did, he like went through the flow or whatever.
Yep.
And like came, right. I was like, okay. Because I don't know if you know this, it's a YouTuber I watch sometimes named Afro Senju.
I've heard of him.
And he was like playing the games and shit. He was talking about My Hero, and this was before it got to the season because he read the manga, and he was like, when they showed Lemillion in the anime, he was like, y'all gonna figure out why he my favorite character, and I'm like, bro, this dude look weird as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it looks like he doesn't belong in this series.
Exactly.
And no, it looks like he does and he doesn't at the same time.
I was like, I don't know. You're like. He was saying to tell people in the chat, and he was like, watch. Like, when they get to that point, like, you're going to see. And then what started to make me change my mind on him, I'm like, okay, is when he went up against the whole class by himself. And I was
tragic.
I'm like, okay, yeah, this nigga with the shits. He with the shits.
That's why it's a little unfortunate in fucking season 4. When it was his moment to shine, that shit turned into My PowerPoint Academia.
Oh, bro, it was so bad. It was so bad. But then I guess they felt like they had to save the animation for Midoriya.
Yeah, it was a lot of crossover with the production for the movie at the time. So, yeah, fuck it.
I still haven't seen that movie. I've seen clips from it and shit, but I'm not a fan of watching anime movies that don't mean nothing.
That's not canon.
Yeah.
I like how we breaking out of that shit now.
Yeah. Like I really like what Demon Slayer did. Like that needs to be what movies are. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's looking like what the standard is about to be. Because with the Jujutsu Kaisen movie that's coming out, it's I don't know if you know anything about it, but it's a prequel to season 1.
Perfect. But it's before the events that we see happen in anime.
Yes. It's gonna set up some really important things for season 2.
Good.
So it's gonna be a must watch. I'll say that.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. You come out in theaters, I'm probably gonna go see it.
I don't know. I might wait for that Japanese Blu-ray release because
you can watch Japanese in the theater.
Really?
Yeah. When I went to see the Demon Slayer movie, it had options. I could got a ticket to go to a Japanese screening, like a dub screening, a sub screening, or a dub screening. I had the choice.
Where you went and seen it at?
At Perkins Row.
Oh.
Yeah, it gave me the option. So since my wife was with me, I went to see it in dub. I wanted to go to sub, but she was with me, so. Well, I don't know, because I didn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen in sub, so I don't know what they sub voices sound like. But, yeah, I don't know if I go see it, I don't know what I'll see in there. I might go rewatch it in sub and see how I like it.
Yeah, we got to do the Mugen Train arc movie for the next episode, man.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
The animation in the fights is really good. You ain't been spoiled in that, huh?
No, surprisingly not.
Good. I like I said, bro. I like Inosuke, and I like what they did with this. Like I like how they gave his character a little bit more to shine, a little bit moments to shine in this in the movie.
Right.
So it's good though. It's a good watch. So I can't wait for you to watch it so we can talk about it.
All right.
I ain't gonna say nothing because I have a kind of somewhat of a bad history with spoiling shit sometimes.
Yeah, you like to spoil shit a lot of times, but it's whatever. Nothing.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I like the direction we're heading with these anime movies.
Yeah,
because and I kind of understand why My Hero is doing it. Movies at the box office are very lucrative, probably as or more lucrative than doing it TV style.
Right.
But all I'm saying is, if you're gonna pour all that budget, all that hard work and production into making a movie, why not just make it canon?
Exactly. That's my point. Like,
adapt the canon material.
Like, look what fucking Dragon Ball did with the Broly movie. They redid Broly, kept certain aspects of the old Broly, but redid some other stuff, reworked them, rewrote some other characters like Bardock and all that, and made all them people canon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, brought all them into the canon universe, made them made them better. The animation was just amazing in my opinion. And
it was.
That's just like you said, that should just be the standard. Like, why do all this, put all this effort in, this time, this money into making this movie, and it don't even matter to the main plot of the anime?
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe that could potentially boost box office sales if you made it actually part of the story and word gets around like, hey, you have to see this.
That's what made me be like, shit, I'm gonna go see this Demon Slayer movie because it's a part of what happens between the first season and the next season. Like,
right.
I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to see this shit. I didn't go see no My Hero movie because I knew that shit ain't canon,
Yeah, like, as far as whether you going to see like a good story or not, that's really up in the air. You're going to see some good animation, but, I just never really had that interest in anime movies. They got a plethora of One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto movies. I just don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. Like, going back to the Dragon Ball movie, like, my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie is the Bardock movie. That's my favorite one out of all of them.
When did that come out?
Man, I think that shit came out like either right when I was born. That shit came out in like the 90s, I think. It's old. Because I remember that bitch was on like VHS. It's old. And I would watch that bitch a lot. Like, because I like Bardock and the whole story and all that shit. I liked all that. And I like how they redid it. I wish they would have showed more, but it wasn't a Bardock movie, so I knew they weren't going to do all that. And they kind of changed Bardock a little bit too. They made him a more caring father than what he was at first.
Right.
And they what they did with Raditz and shit like that. They showed them as kids, Vegeta and all them as kids, and Nappa when he was younger. I like how they did all that. And
yeah, it's just little scenes like that can
exactly
make your world building just a little bit better. Add some context that we didn't really have beforehand. Foresight,
right?
All that shit.
And I really hope they do bring Broly into the like the fighters and shit, the Z fighters and all that. I hope they do, because it just fit to have, especially not have like 3 full-blooded Saiyans instead of just 2, and they all kind of got their own unique shit. Like Goku with the fucking he got the God shit, but he adding the Kaioken and the Ultra Instinct shit. Vegeta going towards the deeper into the God, key shit, and then Broly using whatever like his 8 like Saiyan transformation shit into his power and all that. Like I think all that shit dope, with having them 3 with their own different unique like power and shit like that. Like I think that's dope as hell how they redoing it. If they keep it going this way, I think that'd be dope as hell. But
I think there's another Dragon Ball movie coming out next year, and it'll be adapting, what happens in the manga after the Tournament of Power or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's what it was. The Tournament of Power. That was the last arc that they had in the anime.
Okay, the topic we've all been waiting for.
Is it though?
Yeah, nobody's waiting for this shit. Nobody except for me. I'm kind of curious.
Okay.
We're here to talk about Eden Zero. The what is this? I think this is the 3rd series from Hiro Mashima, the same guy who wrote Rave Master and Fairy Tail. A lot more people know about Fairy Tail because it's known as it's sort of lackluster descent into bullshit. You can speak more to that, right? Because you've had the privilege, the honor of sitting through Fairy Tail.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it all. I watched all of Fairy Tail. It's
you don't fuck with it?
I do. I enjoyed the watch. My critiques with Fairy Tail was I didn't like how I didn't like the ending. It needed to end. It needed to end where, but I just didn't like it. And part of me felt like there wasn't really a growth in Natsu. There wasn't a, what I'm saying? Like
character development.
For the most part, he didn't, like his only goal really was to find his dad, the dragon. And he kind of did that before the ending of the season. You know what I'm saying? Well, not the season, but the ending of the anime. And that was like his goal, really. So after that, this kind of was just like made it feel like the rest of it was kind of just drug on, but you knew they still had they still had to finish a little part of the story, like they still had to get through it. So
a lot more plot holes that weren't fully developed.
So it's like I don't know, Natsu. You only had one scene where Natsu character kind of was like changed a little bit, and this is my favorite scene in the whole anime. But it was all right, Like it had its moments where it was good. I like some of the characters, but I feel like after Natsu found Igneo, it kind of was like okay, because that was like the big part of the anime to me. Because once he found Igneo, like all the other, I don't want to spoil it. I don't know if anybody else want to watch it, but
I mean that's already a spoiler that you just said.
It's all right. It's okay. I watched it all, and thinking back on it, I enjoyed it. I just didn't like the ending that much.
Well, now transitioning, Hiro Mashima, I was going to say he's back, but he's been back. He's around 140 chapters at this point into Eden Zero. How did you? and I told you, hey, read the first volume. It's a battle shonen set in space. I think you'll really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Tell me how you feel, man. Because I know you've kind of tiptoed around your opinion for like the past week. I've just been really curious because I really fuck with it.
Okay, well, I'm going to preface this by saying this is my first time reading, manga, a battle manga. It's my first time doing it.
That's different for you.
It's different. Okay, so my first time reading a manga like that, and so I had to go into it knowing, okay, I gotta be using my imagination to kind of imagine these fights and shit like that. So off the rip, without even opening the manga, I automatically see the characters and like, yes, this is fairy tale. Like, I understand that most animators, and creators behind the different manga and anime and shit have their certain art style, and for the most part, they stick with it.
Right, but, because you kind of gotta respect you gotta respect the artistic creativity that he's putting into this series, man.
Yeah, like I said, that's probably my only critique is it's basically the same like premise, the same characters. Cause okay, we're just gonna do with the main character. All right, he basically Natsu, to be honest. Okay, he care about his friends and the people who close to him a lot, like his family, right? Because he didn't have his own family. The only family he had was Ignil. Same thing with this character in Eden Zero. The only family he have was the robots and his grandfather, right?
Okay, that's a little different, but a little bit the same.
His grandfather taught him his power, showed him, gave him his power, taught him his power and how to use it and shit.
Right.
Natsu, Ignil was like a father to him. Ignil taught Natsu his power, how to use it, and it's unique to him.
Okay, right? I would say that point right there, that's a little tropey. I don't know if I would peg that down to specifically fairy tale, but okay.
Okay. I forgot the girl name because it's still new to me, so I don't really remember their names I'm talking about.
Rebecca?
Okay, her. She is basically Lucy, bro, from fairy tale. She wants to be a beekeeper.
Right.
Lucy wanted to be a model for the I forgot what it's called, like the Magic magazine shit. They model and take pictures and shit. She wanted to be the most famous one of them. It's basically the same thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Happy, instead of being with Natsu, like Happy was in fairy tale, you with Rebecca, aka Lucy.
Was Happy's backstory as tragic in fairy tale as it was in Eden Zero?
Honestly, it was similar. Natsu found the egg, and Happy was in the egg, and he kind of just raised the egg and cared for it. And then when the egg hatched, it was Happy. And it was like, okay, well, I'm rocking with you, and they just became best friends. Because Natsu ain't really had nobody else that was that close to him besides Ignil, so he's like, okay, I got Happy there. Okay. So it wasn't as tragic, but Happy still didn't really know where he came from and shit like that. So he decided to, Natsu basically raised him like it was his parents, so I'm just stay with Natsu.
Okay.
So, but the name is still it's the same. It's still the same name.
It's a little bit.
A little bit. It's the exact same name.
Yeah.
It's still Happy. It's still the same name.
Nah, so, one is way more tragic than the other.
If you say so, bro.
If I say so, I read the shit.
Okay.
I read it again today.
Okay.
And from what you're telling me,
that's the three main characters, and it's the same basically. So, okay, like I said, I read it. It's good. They get to the place where all the other adventurers, that's what they call adventurers.
The guild.
Yeah, they basically the magic guild. It's like the same thing. They got the characters.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Right, it's the guild in
this. I'm gonna tell you right now in this series, the guild does not fucking matter.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say the shit is the same.
Like
it's the exact same.
I haven't even I just remembered there was a guild when I reread this shit today.
Yeah, and they saying it is like they calling it what it's called dark ether. Is that what they call it?
The guild? I don't think so.
No, like the power that he used. What is it called?
Oh yeah,
black ether, some shit like that.
Ether gear from the dark.
Dark ages, right? So
yeah,
like I said, his power. his power is supposed to be like unique to him, right?
Yeah.
Only certain people can do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing in Fairy Tail. Like there was
that's where I kind of get disagree. That's a little tropey.
Natsu had Dragon Slayer magic.
Right.
He was he was raised by a fire dragon, Igneo. So his magic was fire. Well, he had fire magic, but it was fire Dragon Slayer magic. And every time people came across him, it was like, oh shit, he know how to use Dragon Slayer magic. Fuck, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga strong as hell. The people seeing, oh boy, use the magic from the Dark Ages or whatever, and was like, oh shit, he can use this magic. This nigga strong as fuck.
I see what you're saying, but because of what I know, yeah, it's a little bit different.
So that's not, like I said, but anyway, that is my only critique for the most part, is that since I've watched all of Fairy Tail, anytime for the most part, as soon as I see something, it made me be like, this is Fairy Tail.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really battle you as I want to on a lot of these criticisms because I haven't seen Fairy Tail and I don't have an interest in it.
Yeah, it's like if you was,
so I can't really say, hey, that's, I can't. Yeah, I can't really say, yo, that's not the same because, I don't know. Maybe it is exactly the same. All I can give you is the judgment that I have from a fresh perspective. There are tropey things, and there are things you're describing as like, hey, maybe he's not as creative. But then I see a lot of things that he's setting up in this first volume and think, there's no other series that's setting up things like this.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's me. Maybe I gotta.
But what you're saying right now, it's definitely not a new take. Like niggas were definitely fuming when they seen this shit for the first time.
Yeah, like because at the end of the first volume, I was like, "What the fuck?" And they showed the BQ shit.
You seen that
was
shit,
like,
right?
It's way into the future. I'm like, "What the hell?"
Yep.
So
that's what sold me. I seen that shit. I was like, "Okay, I gotta know how this comes into play later on."
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I'm gonna read the next 2 volumes. I'm gonna read them. I'll probably read them sometime this weekend because I'm stuck in the house. So
you have an interest in where the series is going.
I want to see if and how it's going to differentiate itself from Fairy Tail.
From what a lot of the fans are saying, it really does.
Yeah,
differentiate itself.
I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna read these next 2 volumes.
So you're interested enough. You think this was pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of like the fact that his power is gravity driven because you haven't seen that before.
I love that shit too. So we've kind of seen it here and there, but I think it's done very well here.
Yeah, because the Admiral from One Piece, his power is like gravity based shit.
Right. Mashima is really playing around with the paneling, during some of his fight sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just looks really good, and it can lead to really inspired, artistic shit with gravity.
I'm gonna give it a shot though. Like I said, my only critique was, like you said, I seen Fairy Tail.
The parallels you can draw between Fairy Tail.
And every time I see something, it just reminds me like the pirate chick who gonna be trying to come after him and stuff or whatever. Look just like Urza. Urza Scarlet.
Yeah,
just like
that's like with the other characters with Shiki and Rebecca. I can say, okay, well, the designs are a little similar, but they're similar.
Yeah.
I can give that up. But when I look at Elsie, I think, bruh, that's Urza. That's her name.
Urza Scarlet.
That's damn near a copy paste.
Yeah. So it's like
everybody else has these subtle differences about him.
Mm-hmm. Like the main character, you could tell his face is just like Natsu, but his hair different color. The way he dressed and shit is obviously gonna be different. And some of his personality is a little different. Is there any type of plans for it to ever be adapted into anime?
Oh, the anime is coming out right now, and it's fucking trash.
What is it out on?
Netflix.
It is?
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Netflix kind of fucking up with these anime. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yep. You got all your criticisms out the way, but you didn't really talk about, what did you like about the shit?
Oh, well, like I said, I like the fact that his power is gravity based because you don't really see that like talking about it. I like that. What else did I like? I like that they showing off the rip that she is not really weak It made it sound like she was gonna be weak at first because when they took Happy, and then Happy turned into the fucking, which I didn't see that coming either. That he was gonna be a fucking android. I like, what the fuck?
Right.
But I like that. The what they call her, the mother, or whatever.
Mother, yes.
I was like, okay, this is an interesting character, whatever. It's just some huge fucking lady floating in his face and like she knew that he was coming.
Yeah, so she's like a deity or a god or something like that.
So I'm like, okay. And at the beginnings too, like when the fucking robots was like, we hate humans and shit, but then they showed the real reason why they started. Like, I'm like, okay, I like this. I like that.
All right, it's a solid.
Yeah, it had its moments. It has moments where it had me be like, okay, this is okay. Like this ain't terrible. Like going into it, I kind of was in the back of my head like, man, this shit about to be ass. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You would shake that off. I was hoping you were open minded. I like that.
Yeah, man, I'm open to trying shit. It depends on what it is for the most part. I give shit a try.
So anyway, anything else I really like how they showed the scaling of Mother, because at the end of the first chapter, they showed the dragon. It's like, hey, look, that's a big ass fucking dragon next to the ship. Mm-hmm. And then they showed it was a speck next to Mother.
Right. Like, Jesus. And then the fact that old boy he thought that the different kingdoms was like on his planet with him.
Right.
And then she was like, nah, bro, the kingdoms is planets. Like, we about to take you to different planets, my dude.
I like the way space is drawn in this manga. The Sakura cosmos, and it's just blossoms, in the foreground.
But that's just big in like Japanese culture, the cherry blossoms and shit. That's like they thing, yeah.
It's really cool aesthetically. Mm-hmm. I personally really like the Rebecca Happy backstory.
Yeah, it was nice seeing that it was like it was kids and shit, and it was like poor and like on their own, and then I was like, damn, that's kind of sad. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't expect to see this sad ass shit in the middle of this action shit going on. That nigga trying to take heaven. I wasn't expecting to see this, but seeing, like I said, the shit caught me by surprise when that nigga transformed into two pistols. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? So
the Happy Blasters.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I wasn't expecting it. I should have seen it coming though, because they showed that he got hit and killed by the fucking car or whatever. Because I was like, okay, he got hit, so he died. He did, but they brought that nigga back as an android.
Would you want to be brought back as an android if you like on the verge of death?
It depends on how much of me is gonna be an android.
You basically an android all on the inside, except for the brain, but you have a human exterior.
Oh, so I still got a dick and everything. What? Oh no! If you got no,
I mean, yeah, but you might not get the same stimulation, or you might get the stimulation, but it's gonna be ones and zeros and shit.
And then I live longer than all the people around. No, I'm good. All the people around me, I love dying and shit, and I'm still here. I can't even feel sex. No, I don't want to be here.
That's such a weird transition. A lot of people around me, the people I love, are gonna die. I can't feel sex. At least you got your priorities straight.
I don't want to be here after that. No, I'm good.
You make it sound like that's how you got after everybody going sex.
I mean, if I'm okay, at least if the people around me, I can procreate. You know what I'm saying? I can't procreate no more. I'm a fucking android. I can't have no more kids or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how'd you feel about the volume ending, man? They pulled up on Professor Wise.
Yeah, Professor. So is he? That kind of made me be like, so is he a whole different person than she remembered, or is he dead and this is his son? Like, what is this?
I don't know.
But it's cool. It's cool.
I was gonna say, like right now while we're recording, I don't know.
All right, let's see. Do I find out as soon as I pick up the second volume, or do I have to wait?
No, you might find out. I think you'll find out, if not by the end of that chapter, maybe the second one. You'll find out pretty soon in that first half, though.
Okay. All right,
man. Do the outro.
We discussed this already.
Just wing that shit.
Just wing it.
Yes.
We didn't even do an intro.
We did a little bit of an intro.
Did we, though? I mean...
Yeah, I was like, Well, I did. You didn't. You just sat there and said, yeah, I'm here too.
We never even said each other names or who we are. If this going to be the first one we actually going to put out.
Doesn't matter.
It kind of does.
All right. Who are you?
Well, you call me Freddie Finesse. You can follow me at Freddie Finesse on Instagram and TikTok if you got one. Well, other than that, I don't have a Twitter, Facebook, or nothing like that. So, Freddie Finesse.
Sounds like a bitch to me. Anyway.
Whoa, so much. I still
I'm still getting my social media in order. It's probably going to be at Marquee Davis on whatever the fuck. So anyway, this has been Casual Otaku, episode 1, hopefully.
I think it's the one. I think it's the one.
Is it really though?
I think so. It got to be. I think possibly cup half full.